Welcome to today's edition of State of the Matters, where top stories in our society will be discussed. First, the headlines. Otti flags up reconstruction of Enyimba Hotel in Abia. In a major story, violence struck Ondo Church as worshippers are kidnapped. We'll go on a short break now. Stay with us. To help us further break down these headlines is a political analyst, Kings Ojalo, and I am Cassie Tony. Welcome back on board, Ojalo.
It's good to be back again, Cassie, on this new segment again. Thank you so much.
You're looking different. Is the weather getting to you?
Not really, at least. We should at least have a different look all the time. And it's very important.
Are you serious? We should have a different look.
Yes.
Talking about having a different look, I think Abia State is having another look. Abia State is taking another look because Governor Otti has decided to reconstruct the Enyimba Hotel. This Enyimba Hotel, it was conceived by the late Chief Sam Mbakwe. That was the then governor of the East Central State in 1970. You know, the idea of this Enyimba Hotel was designed as a 5-star luxury hotel beside the Abia River in the Ogbo Hill area. And then in 1979, the construction actually started, but it wasn't completed. And then Abia State inherited it in 1991. But still, they did not complete this construction. And then Swiss International Partnership also took over in 2016. And they still failed in completing this whole hotel. We've seen that this whole hotel has been moving from one person to another. And eventually, the name was changed to Radisson Blue Enyimba Hotel in 2025, and now we've seen Otti coming out to say he wants to reconstruct the hotel and so on and so forth. Like, do we see this succeeding? Because this hotel has been existing for the past 56 years and it has become like a location for the hoodlums where they stay, people that
go about doing their hideouts and thereabouts. Well, you know, when you ask the question that if do we see succeeding, to me, I think yes. We see this project succeeding and coming to life. If Otti could reconstruct the Oven Road, which was commissioned recently in Abia, I think this one is just is something that will be an easy task. We are talking about a project. If we even forgot to mention something, a project that was conceived in the year 1972. You understand, by Anthony Okpabi Asika. You understand, who commissioned before Chief Sam Mbakwe and thereabout, the then governor, you understand. And you know, it was abandoned since that it was conceived by Chief Anthony, you know, commemorated still by Sam Mbakwe, but it was abandoned in the year 1983 due to the civil war and thereabout, the military coup that took over and thereabout. So this project actually has a whole lot more history, a whole more backing to tell. You understand? It was removed recently. It was known as the Enyimba Hotel, now to the Radisson Blue Enyimba International. Mark that word now, international. I don't know. Now Enyimba Hotel was just a common face for it, but now Alex Otti,
international,
to show you how deviated Alex Otti is in his administration. He has broadened it to an international standard, just like the way we have some massive hotel in Abuja, Presidential Royal Hotel in
the idea is for a 5-star
that is well known all over the world. You understand? So this Radisson Blue Enyimba International will be, you know, popular not just within Nigeria, also across
international,
you know, across Africa and thereabout. So to show you how diligent and how this administration of Alex Otti in Abia State is moving forward, and is going to make impact in the life of
and he said the rooms are going to be 120 or 250.
Yes, 120 room, 5-star facility, and it also has a 5,000 direct and indirect job that will be provided. This is the impact this
administration.
This project is going to impact the lives of those who are residing in Abians, and for Abians precisely. So what are we talking about? It's located at Agbo Hill area of Abia State. So what are we talking about here? When some individuals or high stakeholders come out to say the administration is faulty and thereabout, you should know that it's a means in which they want to use to tarnish the administration of Alex Otti. I've always said that I'm a great fan of that governor, and because he's really doing well. This is a project that has been abandoned over 50 years.
That's been existing over 56 years. And governors has come and left. Yes. And still nobody could do anything about it. Even those who have been criticizing him in the administration, did they consider it? Let's be honest with ourselves and look at this administration now. He has brought back the project to reality, so that it should be commemorated and brought to life to benefit not just the government revenues, but also create employment for the people of Abia State. So what are we talking about? What else do they want from the governor now that they are trying to pull down his administration? They want
trying
his blood.
to say he does not deserve to become the governor of Abia State, that it should be taken over by APC. What else? Is it because he's not in the ruling party? At least this is someone who is putting all minds into work to make sure that this state comes to life. A project that has been abandoned for over 50 years. You see the effect. You see the effect of Otti's administration. So anybody coming from left and right trying to say that Alex Otti is not working, is just a great opposition trying to put. Is a means of trying to is a means of campaigning for themselves. You understand? If a sitting governor who took up this project that was abandoned by people like the likes of Oji Kalu and thereabout, then what else did they need? I recall in an interview where Oji Kalu was saying that Alex Otti is working in his own caste, his own platform, using his own platform to run this current administration from his own. He's working from his own previous administration. He should know that it's false. Where was he? Did he not see this project in his own tenure when he was a governor of Abia State? Why did he not commence it? Why did he not put it into work? But now this sitting governor Alex Otti now has taken it into action for it to bring humility to the lives of Abia State. So anybody coming out to try to discriminate this governor is just trying to be a great obstacle to the governor, his administration, and to the people of Abia State. That's why I keep advising and commenting Abians. So please stick to Alex Otti's administration. If you take note, I don't rate governors in this form, but to show you that this is someone that is really, really, really ready to make sure that his state is well known, and also the state benefits every indigenous, and is also advisable those indigenous of Abias who are roaming about other states, the streets of other states, living hopelessly. They should return back to their state. Yes, that is the best advice I will give to any indigenous of Abia. You understand? So it is best advice for especially those who are lost in Lagos.
So they should return back to Abia State before the inauguration of this hotel, or after? Not just for this hotel alone, not just because of this Blue Enyimba hotel. No, I'm talking about the great development Alex Otti has poured. It's not just the hotel. We are looking at schools, hospitals that he has laid great infrastructures on. So many benefits. So if they return, there's a guarantee that they're going to get a job. Of course, if they return. Of course, because how sure are you that? Of course, because the sitting governor has made it known to them, even apart from his campaign, he has illustrated so many benefits of this administration. Okay, look at the constant light they are enjoying there. What else? Which state has that great benefit? Let's be honest with ourselves. And they are enjoying security as well. Okay, and security as well. How many bandits have you had in the state? Or outside bandits, how many demolitions has Alex Otti carried out since his administration that those in Lagos are suffering? So let's be honest with ourselves. All right, thank you so much, Ojalo. So we'll move away from that one to a very sad story. This is really, really sad. And whenever I come across stories like this, I become so emotional. Something happened on the 25th of February, that was Wednesday, where 6 worshippers were adopted in Owo Council area of Ondo State. Those people were adopted during the early hours of 12 a.m. in church. They were having church program and they were adopted in the church. And the only victim that narrowly escaped this incident, according to the police report, they said they were the ones that interject and help this victim to actually escape. Why is it so difficult for a security agency to tackle this insecurity issue in the north?
And the worst part of it, this has happened in the Celestial Church of Christ, the Juju parish at Osu community or local government area of Ondo State. Ondo is actually, in the southwest Nigeria. I think that is the bordering state between Edo and probably Ogun State and thereabouts. The thing is, this is not the first time the people of Ondo are experiencing this menace, you understand? And if you look at it, these people tend not to be described as probably bandits, ISIS, or this great Boko Haram that we know to be. These are,
they describe them as unknown gunmen.
And despite the state police command trying to confirm the actual team that has been carrying this out. Now, looking at Ondo crisis, we know, yes, insecurity is unraveling the whole of Nigeria. But let's be less assured that there are inner individuals carrying out these activities that pertain to that state.
The police mentioned that there was an informant they arrested.
Because if you look at it, most of the casualties, most of the attacks that has been occurring for the long well-being now in Ondo has been happening in churches, monarch houses, churches. That is all I have counted so far. In terms of, you could recall before President Tinubu came into power, a very drastic incident like this happened that killed over, if I'm not mistaken, over 50 or more than 100 worshippers in a Catholic church, still in Owo, still in this same local government of Ondo State, where the president had to donate over 17 million for casualties. Those people were apprehended. They were caught at the long run, but unfortunately, till today, we don't know how the case took shape. If they were beheaded, if they were given thorough punishment, if they were kept in custody, if they were actually given sentence, nobody knows how the case ended. Those people were actually caught. So what am I saying? This has been a continuous activities, happening in the state of Ondo. And I ought, with countless number of attacks like this, the federal government or the state government or commission would have taken great enforcement to make sure such incidents will not be an occurrence anymore. Recently, the government was persuading Senate to make sure that state police come to life in Nigeria. Cassie, I can bet you that in terms of state police, has already been active so far in that area, in that state of Nigeria, Ondo State, and most especially in the whole of Southwest. We have what they call the Amatekun, and there are also police and other civil defense force and security agencies that are that dwells in that state. Please, what has been the outcome so far? To tell you the root of this menace happening most especially in Ondo State. So when I use the word that they are internal backings, supporting these criminals, these gunmen or whatever they call themselves to be, I know what I'm saying. Is it that someone is against Christianity race in Ondo or trying to implement a Sharia law in that state, which they are not making it clear to the people, but they are using this means to constantly attacking Christians? The other time Donald Trump said Nigeria is a disgraced nation in terms of Christian genocide, everybody was bombasting Donald Trump. What are we seeing? Why attacking another Celestian church again when they've attacked the Catholic Church? And not just...
And they don't attack the Islamic region.
Times without number. So let's come to the bottom line of this situation. Now, there was a operation by police and Nigerian Army, local vigilantes that secured victims and thereabout. What about those who are behind this menace? Why have they not been captured? To be asked questions. Who are your sponsors? Where are you getting your weapons
They
from?
captured one of the informants.
Okay, what has been the outcome? What has been the outcome? That is the question. You see, what I'm trying to say is that when President Tinubu is talking about state police, I just laughed because state police has been, has taken place in Nigeria, existing in Nigeria. What has been the outcome? Tomorrow you will hear another one, and you are talking about state police. Is it when you inaugurate state police? Tunji going to which work?
He's here to work.
Yes, he's here to work. We know him, but between a month and two, let us see the outcome of his new appointments. Egbetokun, who just left service, was it not the same thing he promised Nigeria? What has been the outcome? So what am I trying to say? Our security agencies, enforced by their leaders, enforced by their IGP, their commanders and stuff like that, are not ready to work. The other time we talked about, the president talked about, including this recent removed IGP, talking about removing police from every high profile persons in the country and from every other place, that they should go back to base in order to secure Nigeria, in order to secure the people of Nigeria and lives and property, so that these so-called insurgencies and insecurity happening in our country will come to an end. Yet, what has been the outcome? Even the what they call them civil defense that are told to, they should be licensed to patrol or safeguard these so-called high-profile persons. What has been the outcome? You still see them in the streets, terrorizing innocent civilians, rather than trying to make sure these so-called hoodlums and criminals terrorizing Nigerians are being brought to book. So what are we talking about? So to wrap up my discussion here, Cassie, it's very simple. Our security forces are not really doing their major duty. Is it because probably they are not giving the accurate allowance? I don't know. But the major thing is that they should strive into actions so that this news will reduce. It's an everyday thing now.
Is the allowance to be compared to human lives?
Probably they feel, they are not paying us well, so what is the essence? I think that is what they feel. But please, they should go into action so that this news will stop. We keep hearing bandits, gunmen killing people every day. Yesterday we had another one, Taraba State. We had Kebbi State. We had, look at the battle happening in Borno State recently, where militaries are fighting insurgencies. How many were they able to capture? Just, I think, 20 of them. When we've seen video clips of battalions of insurgencies at Boko Haram in a particular field, unknown destination. Probably the destination is no, but our agencies and they don't want to reveal it to us. So what are we talking about? They really need to do more. Honestly, our security forces need to do more. They are not, to me, I see them sleeping.
So what's your message to Nigerians?
My message to Nigerians, I usually say, your life is in your palm, and make sure you look out for yourself.
Protect it.
Protect your lives and thereabout. But we still need the help of the security forces in Nigeria. There's no way, because we are not licensed to carry weapons on our own and thereabout. They are having what it takes to tackle these people. They should use it fervently well in order to stop this ugly news we are hearing every day. Every day we keep hearing killings. Okay, recently in I think Taraba State, I had one of his relatives was among those that were kidnapped and probably taken in custody in that region, and now he's taking full enforcement because it had affected his family. And I wish if it's most of these high-profile people, one of their families are being affected. Times without number. I'm telling you, this menace will come to an end in Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Ochalo.
Thank you, Cassie.
Nigerian. To you, protect your life. It's in your hands. Don't rely on the government, because the government will fail you just like they have been failing. Many thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Cassie. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being here.
We've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Till I come your way again. Bye for now.